Hello. Hey, how's it going? How's it going? Hold on. What a day. What a day it's been. Absolutely nothing has happened. I just had a nice chill time. Me saying it like that makes it sound like something did happen, but nothing happened. I just had a completely boring morning. So the plan today is to draw a Miku. Maybe a couple Mikus. Maybe 3 Miku. Maybe one of those Mikus is a Miku Sona. I haven't decided yet. I guess I have pretty... My design wouldn't be terribly difficult to make into a Miku, honestly. I was trying to think of another... I have 2 Miku ideas down already. I was trying to think of a third one. Hold on. So these are the ones so far. Y2K Futurism and a transparent Game Boy. I was trying to think of another one. I have to pull up my reference as well. Transparent Game Boy. I loved the transparent stuff. It was so cool. Transparent consoles. They even did like the game cartridges in transparent, and that was really cool because when I got Pokemon Crystal, that's the blue one, right? It came it came as a transparent blue, like with like glitter in it, and it was so cute. I loved it. Pokemon. That's the one with Suicune, right? Yeah. And that was wonderful. I loved that. I never did finish playing on that copy. It was someone else's copy. I have no idea how I got it. But it was like, it wasn't even the like the like Game Boy Advanced version. It was like the square one, like the giant rectangle one. This one. This one. And it didn't even have the sticker on it. It literally was just like the cartridge, and then it had like Pokemon Crystal written on it or something like that. I don't even think it had that on, honestly. Like, it was just it. I have no idea how I got it. It was among my stuff. So I imagine my mom was very into Tetris when she was younger. So I imagine that like I had gotten it from her somehow, but yeah, there was a Game Boy Advanced one that was the short style. That Game Boy Advanced had this like style. I didn't have this one. I had the big chonky boy. That was very fun. I would always restart it whenever I found it again. I probably will restart it again at some point, let's be honest. But it was great. It was great what I did play. I always loved like the purple, like purple sheen or like pink sheen that was over it all the time. I don't know. It was nice. I was trying to think of one more idea of like a type of Miku I wanted to design. And I was trying to think of like an aesthetic that I haven't really gotten to do before. Because I imagine someone has done like both of these ideas, right? But I haven't. And that's the idea. Something that I haven't done that I would like to try. What's another Miku to do? What's a Miku gotta do? I don't know. Let's see. I'm looking at my art books to see if anything in them that I remember from them sparks a memory, you know? Of like something I want to draw. I can't think of any. I can't. I'll just Google some aesthetics. Oh, excuse me. I think I got stuff in my nose. It's been a pretty dry morning. Pretty cold one too. Got so cold yesterday. I woke up and it was like supposed to get up to 60 something. And immediately after I have like a Google thing, and I always ask it what the weather is when I expect it to get really cold or something. So I asked it, and it was like, it's gonna be 60. It's gonna have a high of 60. Well, 60 something, I can't remember. And a low of like 40. And then it said it's almost 60. And I was like, oh, so it's almost as warm as it's gonna be all day. Awesome. And that was interesting. So the whole country is apparently going through a cold front. And I'm sure it's like wafting through, so like it'll heat up, melt a bunch of snow, and then it'll get cold again after it like cools down, and more snow will fall, and then it'll get hot again and melts all the snow again. So there's just gonna like be constant runoff and stuff like that. Maybe we'll do Flower Miku. I've kind of drawn fairy stuff before though, like with flower bases. Maybe I need to go more ripped. Yeah. Might be about to buy something. I'm not. I won't do it. I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll be good and wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. What I'm really waiting for is for certain people to open larger commissions. So I can get some design stuff. I mean, if my characters, because I had a brain blast of like a character that I have, an OC, make an interesting Miku. I think. Soda Miku? I don't think I've done soda aesthetic stuff before. Oh, I got it. Okay, is it Space Pop? What's that one game with game newscaster girl? Space Channel 5, yeah. Space Channel 5. I've wanted to draw a style like that for a while now. And it might be similar to like the Y2K futurism, but I'm going with it. You don't have to be able to read my handwriting, only I do. Okay. Got my concepts. Anything I need to talk about? Yes, I have a Discord. Oh, that's what I forgot about. Discord is open. Discord is available. I have to put that on the Twitch panels. Go. Let's go. Let's go. Mute that because I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Oh, We're 8 followers away from 75. I didn't even realize that. Wait. Actually, though, that's awesome. Copy link. Edit panels. This one is probably gonna go here. For now. Okay, there it is. It is updated. Oh, it didn't make it clickable. Okay, hold on. This panel. It's a fairly limited invite link. Just to, like, make sure that by opening it up, it's not gonna, like, crash or anything, you know? So. But it is there. It is up. It is open. Dun 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 dun. I'll also be posting it afterwards. Oh my gosh, someone already did it. Oh my gosh, Miku. Space Channel Miku. Hold on. I want to show this. That's awesome. Look at her! Space Channel Miku. It's not exactly how I was picturing it, though. It was very different. I just like the aesthetic of, like, the rubber stuff and then, like, the bright colors, but that's very... It's very cute. Very funny. But I haven't gotten to draw it, so I am gonna draw it. Not that, exactly. Something probably pretty different, honestly. How many Space Channel games were there? I've always wanted to play it. Oh, there is a VR game. I thought that was like a fake promotional. That's like an actual thing. Oh, she's DLC. And you can put you can put Ulala in Miku's outfit. That's very funny. Oh, and it's in Project Diva too. That makes sense. That's very good cross promotional. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Alright, we're gonna switch over and get started. There's my screen. I couldn't see it. Okay. So we're gonna start with Y2K, Miku. Try that out. Did I close the... Okay. I thought I closed all my references for a second. I was very worried. I'll probably get something like in the middle of like an emo Y2K and a pop Y2K. Something in between there. Because I've always also wanted to draw like Zatsune Miku. Zatsune? Miku? I think so, something like that. So. Oh, I'm also working on Mondays now. Not now, but it's not like it was streaming on Mondays anyways. So, I wanted to mention it in the future. Starting next week, I work Mondays. Not this coming week, the week after. start with Y2K. I gotta sketch it out a little bit. And again, it's Y2K futurism, so maybe not a lot of more emo components. She's probably gonna have some kind of bag. Accessorization in the 2000s, you know. I suppose Miku was kind of born in the 2000s, right? Like the late 2000s? Mid 2000s? Miku's from like 2005, right? I can't remember. This is not actual Y2K. I need like actual Y2K. It's Y2K denim. Not interested in that. Yeah, something like that. Okay. I suppose I have to pull up a picture of actual Miku as well. Miku? I can just type in the word Miku and they know. They know my girl. My daughter. Krypton. Oh, that's so tiny. What the heck? That's so tiny. I guess it's fine. Let's do this one. Let's do OG Miku and so Y2K. Maxi skirts? Or is that 290s? A lot of these were pants, honestly. Which is totally valid. Y2K. Max. It is grunge. It is Y2K grunge. Okay. We'll do it. I kind of want to draw Miku in a maxi skirt. I don't know how that would get me to futurism, though. Would Miku even have the double ponytails in this case? Maybe they'd be really thinned out. That's too long. Crop tops. Crop tops were pretty common. But so was... Oh, my tracking went wad. Weird. Not wad. Weird. Ugh. Wow, crop tops were really, really, really popular. I don't like that. That would work for Miku. The shorties. Hello, Kasu. My body feels like it's been to hell and back. Dang. Sorry to hear that. Trudging through the snow? All that? I would have thought that a brutal leg day and blacksmithing the same day was a good idea. Sounds like you did. Sounds like you thought that was a good idea. Hey, it's okay. Sometimes the exhausting workout is the right one. Oh, Cybercore? Cybercore kind of works. I'm designing Miku's today. Can't feel my legs? Get some ice. Get some ice. It'll wake your legs up. Just thinking about something. And my brain turned off. Okay. I'll keep going. I am looking at my references. Ah yes, Miku. The singer that I only know because of Levan Polka. Ballad. Levan Polka is a fairly, you know, it's a fairly classic, song in the realm of Miku and all of that, so I totally understand. Ugh, sorry. I'm looking... I think that's fake Y2K. Finnish. Yeah. Levan Polka was originally Finnish. Yeah. It was, I realized that back in the day, a lot of the, like, really poppy Sounds old. A lot of the more poppy songs of the time were either like Finnish or Swedish or like just in Europe, the greater Europe, and that was surprising, especially when it was like Miku with Leva and Polka, is it was just so that just felt random, but at the same time, hearing it now, I'm like, that makes sense. I also saw a trend, someone bring up the old trend of like, what's that song? The Backstreet Boys song, "Everybody Rock Your Body," and how a whole bunch of people used to animate over that one video meme of it. So, gonna deny that one. Sweden can have a lot in common. A lot of that was very intertwined back in the day, especially in early internet. Sorry, just I don't want that specific term. It wasn't the Sweden one. What was I saying? The MMD animations that people used to make back in the day, I thought those were very fun. Where they would like animate over top of an old meme viral video or something like that. I saw that pop up on the Twitter timeline recently. That was very fun. Saw people being like, I wish we could get this trend going again, and then I thought to myself, well, everyone would get copyright strikes at that point. I feel like memes used to be so much more fun back in the day when there wasn't the worry of getting a copyright strike and stuff like that. As that everybody, that was a great one. That's probably one that I remember the most of. I remember watching a lot of different versions of. Very fun. Is that a Barbie? Is that a smaller Barbie of herself? It is. Awesome. I'm looking at my references. Nothing's really standing out. Other than crop tops. And pink. Pink's pretty popular. Finland made a song that most thought to be Japanese. Swedes made a song that most people thought to be Japanese. Leva and Polka and Caramel dancing. Yeah. It's because they got really popular over there. Like, the whole animation thing got really... became a really popular part of that idea of it. So... but these days, it's much easier to be like, oh yeah, we were able to trace back that this was actually made by this person. Because people want to be credited now. Which is nice. And find the origins of a whole bunch of stuff. Only Caramel Dancin' had an animation? No, Leva and Polka had an animation with Miku on it. That's how the whole Miku and Leva and Polka thing happened. Was because there was that little animation from back in the day. Your typing isn't bad. Yeah, it's not bad. I had to double look. The Miku animation. Yeah. Maybe I will do a Miku crop top. Would Miku carry a bag? That is the question. Maybe if it was like in the shape of a leek. No, that's too big. Oh, I almost sneezed. I almost sneezed again. I personally don't like a lot of Vocaloid songs, mainly because most of the time I don't like how the PC voice changer type singing sounds. That's fair. A lot of songs get covered by like actual people these days as well, which is very nice. But sometimes the listening to an actual Vocaloid is pretty grating on the ears. Depending on the tuning and all that. Some people tune them very well. Others maybe are a little too digital, crackling. It's got like that artifacting within it. Love Ka? Only Vocaloid song called out to me was Love Ka. I feel like I know that one. Yeah, this one's a fairly new one. I mean, in the greater scheme of Vocaloid. Not. It came out like back in 2020, but it's pretty good. Good choice. Good choice. I don't know if it's even a Vocaloid song. It kind of is. A lot of Vocaloid stuff is necessarily not within like a label of Vocaloid, like a music label. It's produced by people who use the program. And sometimes even then, it can just like fall under the general sphere of it because it's made by a producer who usually uses Vocaloid programs. Sometimes they work with like real people to do songs instead. So I think I've seen the word floating around, but U-Tight? Something like that. Spelled something like that. Those are people who usually cover Vocaloid produced songs, or in that realm of Vocaloid produced songs, but are actual people singing the songs. And a lot of people have been using that in reference to like VTubers who do singing covers and stuff like that now. But it was always a thing in Japan. I think I want a different accessory on the head. There's like 4 songs that call for me and are just perfection in my opinion. Yeah, I have some songs, some very particular songs, Vocaloid songs that I like. And the rest I'm kind of just fine with. People went crazy over Sand Planet, but I wasn't super crazy about it. Didn't stand out too much to me. Even as like a classic Vocaloid listener. And that braid is too large. I always liked songs like Cendrillon, ones that were kind of fantasy-esque, had some kind of fantasy story aspect to them, something like that. I like the story ones. That one and like, what was it? Requiem? Mofu Mofu is a very popular one. Kuma Kuma Bear. I still haven't listened to Kuma Kuma Bear. That's one that I've seen a lot, though. And I don't know the first two. It does not surprise me that one of them is from your favorite anime. But I've seen Kuma Kuma Bear get recommended to me a few times. I just haven't taken the time to actually listen to it yet. That was me kicking my desk. Kuma Kuma Bear is one of my favorite all-time favorite animes. Hey. Even more than Senko-san? No. Okay. Close up there? Okay, okay. I gotcha. Glasses. Glasses? Oh, accessories. A lot of hats. Those fuzzy hats. Oh, end of the search. Okay. Let's do... earrings then. Hello! How are you doing today? Welcome on in. I'm drawing different styles of Mikus. We're talking about Vocaloid stuff. I don't know if yes, what's your question? I don't know if I know exactly which Vocaloid song is my favorite. It's just been a really long time. Mm-hmm. Have an idea for a tattoo? Would I be able to help? No. But it's probably... if the tattoo artist that you're going to can't, like, draw that style, I think even if you got a drawing of it, they wouldn't be able to, like, perfectly replicate it, even if you brought them a drawing of it. I would recommend talking to them, seeing, like, how close they can get it to what you want. Just to, like, be sure. Like, you can always reach out to them. I can help, but I don't know how to draw. Hey. That's no worries. But tattoos especially can be difficult because the tattoo artist has to know most of the details about it first. if it's, even if I like gave you a drawing and it's like outside of the detail or like range of what they're able to do, they still wouldn't accept it. So I'd still recommend like just talking to your tattoo artist first and seeing what they could do for you, if that makes sense. Sorry about that. I know how to make a chunk of metal from a piece of metal by smashing a piece of metal to a piece of metal. Hey, that's blacksmithing. That's pretty cool. Moderator Eye is against me today. Yeah, it seems like it's coming in pretty heavy today. I don't know. But I got you. I got you. What did I do? Sometimes it's just like that. I've had other times where like someone will be a regular and then just one day at random it'll like start blocking everything that they're saying just because it has like a small piece of something that it feels shouldn't be there, you know? It's very weird. Coffee is what I did. Yeah, it doesn't like that you're drinking so much coffee. It's trying to put you in line, make you think about it. Mod AI is angry I didn't share my healthy coffee. Oh, did you slow down on the amount of caffeine you're putting in? Because if not, then it's not healthy coffee. Far from it. Yeah, sure. I don't think that the AI is too concerned about your healthy coffee in that case. Oh, they kind of layered up too. That would be nice. Oh, the timer went off. Good, good, good. Oh, are we an hour in? We're not even an hour in. Nice. Oh, I forgot to mention it, but I have a Discord now. So, that's the link to it. Just this morning, took 1,000 milligrams of caffeine for pre-workout. Then I ran full speed at the gym and did my brutal leg day. No wonder you feel exhausted. You're probably coming off of a caffeine crash, too. You work that hard. Miku's got a necktie. I could turn that into a low grunge style. Really left out the futurism part in this Y2K futurism, but I think that's okay. Kinda liking it. Discord, let's go! Yeah. It's excuse me. It's technically a 18 plus Discord, but like that's not so that like adult topics can be talked about in it. It's just, you know, to keep things easy to handle. Oh, I don't know why I didn't put your username there. I'll have to check that later. But yeah, I have all the stuff in there. I'm gonna start updating it after today as well, probably tomorrow, to make sure that it has all of the current information up, like schedules and all that. But I'm excited. I've been waiting to make a Discord for a bit now, but I did. Moderator AI might not like that. I have most curses permitted, I think. By the mod, by the AI. So you should be fine with curses. Just in case. Yeah, no worries. It might sneak attack you. It might not even listen to me at that point. Whose skirt is kinda in this realm. Alright. I've only faced death 3 times in one. That's fair. I don't know if I'll start doing like any streaming on Discord. That's probably the one thing I haven't really thought about, but there's always a possibility. Got a couple of voice channels in there. I don't know how much they'll really get used, you know? So it was just something to make easy for updates aside from social media. Because I know not everyone wants to be on Twitter at this point. And then not everyone wants to be over on Tumblr either. Which is probably the second place that I'm most active. I don't think nothing faces me anymore except socializing. Yeah, socializing sometimes can be very hard to do. When I was at work yesterday, maybe it was the day before, there was a girl who came in who was very obviously like nervous about asking questions, but after a little bit, I think she kind of warmed up to it, so that was nice. I hope that even if people aren't active in the Discord, you know, even if they're not talking to others, it's just a nice place to feel like you can say some random stuff in, share like little thoughts in or something like that. We'll see. I need to see Miku's hair again. So I was thinking this was working, but I don't think it does. Miku always reminded me of Jenny the robot from the Nickelodeon show. Even though they weren't really similar at all. It was very fun. It's dislocated? You dislocated your ankle? Like just now? Are you gonna be okay? Or do you think you're gonna have to go to... Just now? Oh no. I think you should go get a checkup. Back in place now? Oh, so you like popped it? Happens a lot. Maybe you should take it easy on your leg days. Or go see a doctor. Just to like, make sure it's nothing too bad. Over flexible joints? I see. My aunt has a problem every so often where her shoulder dislocates. It used to happen a lot, but not so much anymore. I think the last time was like a few years ago at this point. Several years ago at this point, but it used to happen a lot. And I don't really know what happened, how it like started. Nothing I can do about it. It's just in line. I'm sorry. I will hope that one day it stops. Ankle doesn't really hurt from dislocating, but my butt, I fell on it and it hurt. Ooh. Yeah. I'm sure that is the hard part about it, is that it like throws you off. It used to happen, my aunt's arm or shoulder dislocating, when she was asleep. So she would like be asleep and then it would like dislocate and she'd be awake like immediately. Because she either was like leaning onto it or something. And it just was like this sudden feeling of like being out of place. So your aunt is the same as me. Yeah. I don't wake up from it? Oh. So, have you ever, like, woken up and it's, like, dislocated? And you're like, God, and you didn't even realize it. Because I imagine if you aren't careful, you could probably dislocate it within your blankets or something like that. Just keep on sleeping in the morning. I try to get up and then... Okay, what the hell? Yeah. Yeah. I figured that's what it kind of sounded like. Ugh. Had some pizza rolls for lunch today and I'm kind of burping from them. Those are uneven, but I don't care. Alright, let's scoot Miku up a little bit and I can draw her shoes. Big old shoes, probably some Doc Martens, let's be honest. I can imagine, like, having problems where, like, your arm or something like that dislocates, and it's like because of just like the way you turn wrong or something. Arm more specifically, because like, what if you're holding something and you turn incorrectly and then it drops? And even like what you said with like your leg or your ankle doing it and falling, that sucks. I was walking to school like usual. Wasn't too much snow, so I was actually able to walk. Then I was making my way back, and my right ankle went nuh-uh and dislocated. Fell straight into a ditch. Ugh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I imagine that's the harder part to deal with. Miku leg. How do I do this leg? There we go. Over flexible joints are a blessing and a curse. Yeah. I imagine there are situations where that's not as bad as it could be. But pretty exhausting, I'm sure, at a certain age. Just like a less of an inconvenience and more of like a, well, less of a pain and more of an inconvenience. That's what I meant. Big old stars. And the back. Boop, 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 boop. Nice, nice. Like the name suggests, I'm super flexible. Never stretched, and I'm still more flexible than most. Then the downside. Nice day today. Oh, would you look at that? My ankle gave up on life. Yeah. Oh. I almost poured my soda all over myself just now. Just had to say it out loud so that I would be careful not to do it again. It didn't happen. I almost did it, but it didn't. I was very careful. Good to know. Thank you. I thought it was good information, you know. Setting myself up for the girl failure allegations. Everyone today is a girl failure or something or another. Can I be going now? See ya? Yeah, have a nice night. I hope your ankle gets better. Hope it doesn't pop again tonight. Thank you for dropping by as always, Kasu. I appreciate it. Oh, today would have been the perfect day to test the going live in the Discord. Then I could see it. But I don't have the API, and it's fine. Here she is. Y2K Miku. I suppose I gotta have the bottom strip. Oh, excuse me. Not Y2K futurism, just Y2K. Is that how a leak looks? What does a leak look like? Oh, like the food. Yes. There we go. Got a lot of parts to it. Less here and more here. There we go. Oops. I did that on the wrong layer. It's okay. I can do this. And then I can do that. There we go. It's all better. I gotta move this pipe back a little bit. It's too far out. Didn't mean to do that. Hello, Fish Mage. Welcome on in. How are you doing today? A little loud on my side. Hold on. There we go. I am drawing Miku in a few different styles. Doing good? Good. So far we've done Y2K Miku. How's it going for you? It's going pretty good. Haven't had a whole lot happen today. I ate some pizza rolls. Those were good. That was my lunch. I had a little bit of breakfast. My family thought that I had gone to work today, so they didn't make me breakfast. So I had to make it myself. But I think that was okay as well. I got it much later than they were. Overall, it's been pretty nice. Saw this, the Twitter meme going around of, Mikus that people had designed. and I was very interested in doing one because I think I've never designed like my own Miku. I've only drawn fan art of like the racing Mikus and stuff like that. I was very interested in just drawing a cool Miku. Should definitely look up how to create jokes. Hey, do what you gotta do. Although, I think it's easier to just use other people's jokes at this point. Unless you have a really good one that you want to make. There's like a certain thing you want to joke about. I like a lot of visual jokes. Like comics and stuff like that. Forgot I'm speaking my mind again. Hey, no worries. Keeping it pretty casual today. What is this? Oh, I see. Okay. There's Y2K Miku for now. 9, 2, 8. 2000s Miku. Going over there. And she's disappearing. Well, I'll keep her up for a little bit. Now we're gonna do Game Boy Miku. Game Boy Color? Transparent cased Game Boys. I've been wanting to do this one for a bit, actually. I just like the aesthetic of transparent Game Boy stuff. I only know about Miku from memes. Hey, that's fair. I think there hasn't been a whole lot of like really recent Miku songs that have really popped off the way that they used to, you know? People were really crazy about like Sand Planet. I thought that one was kind of mid. But I think Miku living on in the memes is good enough sometimes. Which makes very good meme content. Let's do maybe kind of like this Game Boy Advance. Copy image. I'm gonna put it up on the screen. That way I can scroll through at the same time, but I think this is gonna be the best reference for it. It's not fully transparent, but you can see all the internal stuff. Let me do multiply, actually. That way, in case I draw a line behind it or something. Miku's pretty much just a virtual keyboard. I think it's interesting that, like, that's all she was at the beginning. Like, her voice was literally synthesized from a Yamaha keyboard. And it was, like, so cool that people just went wild with it. I suppose she'll have to be kind of Android-like. You do kind of ombre style, kind of ombre style fashion. That'd be cool. I'll try that. But I like drawing various design stuff and seeing all the different designs people have done of Miku and stuff. Just the random fan art is very fun. Yamaha is a motorcycle. It's also a keyboard. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's a keyboard brand as well. Well, it's a Japanese brand, so like they do all sorts of technology stuff. So it is a motorcycle, but it is also a keyboard. There was a meme about that on Twitter recently, wasn't there? Like, there was some company that produced both like a roller construction thing and like some kind of household object, like an air fryer or something. I thought that was very funny. It's very interesting the range at which projects come out of that company. And I'm Miku pose again. Air fryers are okay. Yeah, we recently got a new air fryer by the company Beautiful. It's like a double-sided air fryer. It's very cool. Don't use it super often, but it cooks that food good. Would like to use one. It's definitely like an easier to use appliance than it looks like. I feel like in some ways it's probably more difficult than a microwave, but also there's some really simple air fryers out there that literally just have like a temperature and a timer. So they're pretty good though. You ever get to use one? It's worth it. I think I'll go with the new Miku design. Actually, there was... Miku Append was a thing. That had a pretty cool design. Oh, and it's already semi-transparent in some spots. That works. It's got that, transparency going. Is the official design? No. Is this the official design? No. It was very brief. Just for a very brief time, but it was very cool. Oh my gosh, Miku air fryer? I didn't see one. It occurred to me that that would be a very funny thing. I had to look up if that's real now. Miku air fryer. Thank you for the follow, Fishmage. Much appreciated. If you heard that barking just then, that was my dog outside. There is not a Miku air fryer, but there is a sticker of Miku saying air fryer. Interesting. They should make a Miku air fryer. That would be cool. Oh, a Miku power bank. That's very cool. Alright, back on topic. Mariah. Yes. Mariah. Miku Fryer. Meyer. Okay, I'm gonna do the append design as the transparent Game Boy. We'll turn her into an android. She will become the android sent by CyberLife. I suppose Krypton Media is pretty close to CyberLife. In name, they both start with C. Oh, yes, let's do that one. Okay. I have to change this now. She does not have a giant-ass sleeve anymore. Like this. My Game Boy became a Vocaloid. Let's see. Let's do a cool pose. Because Miku Append is cool. Cool like that. Append was like this version of Miku that was synthesized differently, so it had like different tone indications in the voice. Like the inflection at which it sang. And you could like use that to make your song sound a little different. It was very popular for a while, but then I think they kind of realized it, you could just like build it all into one. Because they had separated it out into like power and soft or something like that. It's very complicated for no reason. It was a cool time, hearing all the different uses that people got out of it. Also just a cool design. I think that needs a little too squawked. Let's do that. There we go. And oh, rest is the thing. There we go. Sorry, it was just I noticed something. Something was incorrect. She's got like thing, the jetpack thing, the waist jetpack thing. They also did this on one of the racing Mikus. The 2014 racing Miku. She had like jet engines on the side. It was very cool. I think I'm gonna go square her hair up. Square pigtails. And Miku is that popular? Yes. Yes. She is an icon in her own weird way. I think she's probably one of the more recognizable, like, obscurities from the 2000s. things that have survived beyond your initial 2000s run. Especially in anime culture and all that. Did you know that she was in a car commercial? She was in like an actual car commercial. Most of the time though, the thing that like makes her popular is that really good music producers use her vocal thing. Because it's a very general use one. It's probably in like one of the better ranges. Sometimes Rin can be too high-pitched. But she's got just like the good neutral range. I think Luca is probably the only other one, music-wise, that's more popular. Maybe I cosplay as Miku someday? Hey. That sounds pretty nice. Miku cosplays aren't exactly difficult either, like, I work at a cosplay shop. We literally sell a color of wig called Vocaloid Green. It's very funny. The place that we order them from calls them Vocaloid Green. So you have all the tools you need at your dispense. Miku Green, indeed. It's exactly the Miku color. Okay. Let's draw some mechanics in here. Get those robot bones in there. What's a shin, right? That would be double bone? Yeah. I think Miku has interesting outfits. Yeah, they redesign her about every 4 or 5 years? Maybe a little bit less than that. Maybe 3 or 4. But it's just so that she can have more up-to-date art and all of that. But even then, like, the whole Project Voltage where they collaborated with Pokemon was very cool. It was cool to see so many different kinds of Mikus. And still be Miku. Her classic outfit is pretty standard. I've seen some cosplays too where like people turn her outfit into LEDs and stuff like that. Like they make it almost entirely out of LEDs. It's crazy. I think it's just basic enough of a design, but also you could just play around with it if you really wanted to, like we're doing. It's very versatile. Sounds dope. Yes, yes. Maybe I should put like lava lamp inside of here. That way it's not just a bunch of space for robot bones. Cosplays, I plan to not buy wigs. That's fine. I think wigs can get very expensive. So if you can always, like, do a cosplay without needing to get a wig, that's very, very nice. And sometimes you don't need the wig again after you do that. Some characters have such a specific hair color that, like, there's nothing you would use it for afterwards. But I have my natural hair. That's good. You can't dye your hair too much though, because take it from me, sometimes it really damages your hair. I've dyed my hair a few times now. I've had to bleach it though to get it certain colors, and it does not always work as well as it could have, or it just really, really messes up my hair. Like the texture of it. So you gotta be careful about that kind of thing if you're dyeing it ever. That sounds kind of not good. It happens. When it gets really bad, it's usually because of needing to bleach it. So if you can avoid bleaching it, that usually is a good thing. But there's also, like, lots of alternatives to actually dyeing your hair these days. Like, there's hair sprays, which can be both temporary or, like, less temporary. Like, they're not permanent, but they last a long time, you know? And then there's stuff like rub and color. Like, there's essentially gels that you can rub into your hair. Those tend to have a lot of transfer, so if you, like, touch it too much, the color rubs off on your hand and stuff like that. There's tons of options these days aside from, like, dyeing your hair, so you don't have to worry too much. There we go. Okay. I think I actually put this too low. I think it's up by her ankle. There we go. Miku Bones! Hello, Ginkgo! How are you doing today? Been a while. But yes, I'm doing transparent Game Boy Miku right now. We did Y2K earlier. So I am drawing her steel bones. Her steel bones. And I think this actually has to come up further. Let's come all the way up. Miku weighs hundreds of thousands of tons of pounds. And it's just because she has a steel frame. I have a cold, but that means I can visit, stream, and sip tea? Good. Well, not that you have a cold, but that you're, like, getting to relax. I hope you feel better. What kind of tea you drinking? Looks good so far. You ever want to sell art? I have commissions technically open, but they're usually, like, character based because that's what I feel most comfortable with. I've wanted to do, like, prints and stuff, but that has to be really expensive because, like, you gotta send it to printers and stuff like that. So that in of itself is a lot of money. And sometimes if you sell on like Etsy or something like that, and you're selling prints on it, you have to have the stock beforehand. So I've been trying to save up at least for like charms and things, so I could do limited runs of those. In March, we're gonna be doing some sticker design stuff where people can print the stickers afterwards, after buying the file. It's gonna be fun. But today, we're doing me. I've always thought about like if I was gonna do like prints, what kind of drawings would I do? And I don't really know. I don't buy a whole lot of like art prints. I don't know what's popular in that case. But I always think they're cool. We get to draw robot organs? Is that what I'm about to do? Then I would have to draw robot muscle. I think I'll just do the rib cage. Gonna do it here. I'm trying to do it so that like with this design, there's like spots where you can see through it to the robot frame. And others, it's just a regular thing. It's very complicated to do though. Have rose chrysanthemum tea with honey. Also, good luck with all that stuff. I guess typical size people is postcard or big 11 by 17 poster. Yeah, and either of those would be pretty hard to like get printed. If you do a really big poster, you can't like get a ton of them because it's going to be more expensive to print, and you have to have it drawn at the right size. But if you get a whole bunch of tiny postcards, there's always the chance that you won't print enough of them. So, or that you'll print way too many. Very complicated. I want to try and do some test runs of digital stuff first. And print with app print is pretty inexpensive. Huh. I haven't heard of that before. App print. Oh, I see, I see. So it's like a general printing shop. I have thought about using Sticker Mule because they have a decent amount of like variety in what they provide, and they're running deals like all the time on stuff. But this is also good to know about. Oh, they print a lot for Comic-Con. Okay, okay. It's good to know. Ooh, holographic prints. That's been a hard one to find. Most artists I know swear by them. That's good. I hadn't heard of that before. Then again, I was mainly looking into stickers and stuff like that, so. Let's put it into this. I've bookmarked it, so I will have it in the future. Thank you. Good to know, good to know. I'll have to think about it. There's also like shipping fees and stuff to consider. Have to do some more math. Math, my eternal enemy. I am going to lightly color this one just so that we know this is a steel frame. And it'll help with the transparency idea. But I have been thinking about printing stuff. I was thinking of starting with stickers because I know at least, like, if I do a general enough sticker design, then people can just, like, buy them for whatever, you know? Wouldn't have to be fandom related or anything like that. Could just be like a cute sticker. Oh, does this Miku have sleeves? How far does the sleeve go? Ooh, it's got that like fingerless but not fingerless glove. That's cool. Okay, okay. I really like designing like character art and stuff like that. So that's usually what I focus on doing. Like we're doing today. And I think I mentioned it a couple streams ago now. I don't know if I mentioned it in the last one. But I am like thinking about going on a break in April. And like these next 3 months are I'm trying to do like specific projects. I am working on a like digital design, like a digital magazine thing, art book almost, where I draw all of the Hololive English VTubers in various fashion stuff. Hold on, I have to hide Y2K. She's getting in the way. I really like the designs you did for Free Run. Really cute. Thank you. I've really enjoyed Free Run so far. I haven't watched this week's episode. I gotta do that. Oh, Apothecary too. Forgot about that. But I figured it was a nice way to work in some fan art at the same time. Hello, Hamburger Killer. Welcome on in. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. I'm sorry if you can hear my dogs barking. They're being silly. They're being silly. I gotta bark at everything that walks by. Free Run was really popular before it had an anime, but now that the show's out, there's so much fan art of it. Yeah, I hadn't realized it. I think I had heard a little bit about it when the anime got announced, because like people were getting hyped for it, but I hadn't like actually gotten to check it out. And it's on the Viz manga app. Which I didn't realize until the anime started. And it was very good. I really like it. It's it's in that realm of fantasy where like it's not too dependent on like its setting. Like a lot of fantasy stuff is like either super medieval style with like dragons flying everywhere or like monsters around every corner. I like that it's kind of got a solid world that it's in. It's very nice. And I've liked everybody's designs and like interactions so far. It's very, very good. Sign may or may not be my favorite character. Aside from Free Run. Free Run's definitely the favorite. But I always make room for, like, an alternative favorite, you know? Let's see. And all the animation has been very soothing. I like that they changed the opening for the half season, you know? The midway point. That was very nice. I feel like I haven't watched an anime seasonally in a long enough time to, like, see that happen. I feel like all the anime that I watch either has the same opening until they go on break for the next season, or they never change the opening. I suppose that's the problem with a lot of Netflix stuff, is they don't really get to play around with that. I've been watching a lot of Netflix anime recently. A lot of Netflix anime? A few. Or they're really short, like only 12 episodes at most. They really brought out big money for Free Run. Yeah, and it's being made by the same guy who did Bochi, right? And that was really good. The whole, like, all the artists that they've brought out for animating scenes and all that, the action is awesome. Like, it's a really chill show, but whenever the action comes, I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Haven't seen Bochi. If it's the same director, I'll have to take a watch. Bochi is really good. It feels very much in the same vein of Free Run in that, like, it's about very, like, methodically finding a place and, like, figuring out what you're sort of drawn to doing in the way that, like, Sign or, like, Stark sort of realize what they weren't really, like, thinking about. But Bochi is really good. I think they started the manga recently as well for Bochi. Or it was beforehand. And I don't remember. And Free Run director. I'm double checking to make sure they're the same. Yes, they are the same director. With the person who made Aka 13 Territory. That's a one that I hear about all the time in, like, small circles. Aka 13. ACCA. But they're by the same person. They have the Violet Evergarden composer. I did not know that. That's very cool. But Madhouse, the studio, is very popular. Like, they did Cowboy Bebop and all that. So it doesn't surprise me that they really brought out the A game for it. They brought out their A game. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So they always go hard. Bochi was really good, though. All the music was pretty nice. Characters were fun. Bochi is a mood herself in the same way that, like, Free Run is a sleepy mood. It's very fun. Alright, let me draw some Miku Robo eyes. And then we'll do a little bit of color. Make sure it looks steely. You know, like a transparent Game Boy. I'm doing the Miku append version for this because I felt like it worked very well. True, Madhouse has had very few flops. Always have big expectations for their work. Yeah. I feel like between Bones, Madhouse, and I hate to say it, but Mappa, like all of the big animators, the really nice ones, have been doing really good stuff. Have made like the most popular stuff over the last, what, 6 or 7 years? And they've gotten the more recognition for it, especially. I feel like My Hero really brought out the recognition for the animators and the stuff they were doing. But stuff like Cowboy Bebop, I think, always kind of focused on that in ways that other shows didn't really, even when there was something really cool happening. I suppose that's a part of the web generation as well. Where, of course, the people who started online would share their work online. Did you see the new One Piece opening? Oh my gosh, I love it. It's become my new favorite anime opening of all time. Not even for the music. The music's still good because it's like the very first opening, the people who did the very first opening song, but the new one, the animation is fantastic. I'll look now. It's very worth it. It's so good. I really need to figure out, like, I need to see more of what whoever that animator is, because they also worked on the last One Piece opening. Not the last one, but the one before that. With like, oh, it's just such a cool style. It's so good. Alright, let me add some color here. We're gonna do the colors of this Game Boy, even though they're not Miku colors. But it's definitely like, the second it got like halfway through it, it's awesome. OMG, wow, it's so unique. Almost makes One Piece feel like some indie mini film. Yeah. It's very, it covers everything really in really small ways, and still like it feels like it's just the anime in its entirety. It's really good. Very intense for how short it is too. There's also some new thing that got announced. There was a preview for it on Twitter, and it was like, what was it? It's some kind of spin-off? But it's gonna be on Netflix, so I don't know. I don't know how canon it's gonna be. But it looked cool. Didn't look like anything crazy. One Piece is really like coming out this year. All the big stuff. I feel like they're really leaning into the fact that it's gonna be ending in the next arc. But that opening, fantastic. Definitely gonna be thinking about that for the next some odd years. The next arc? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they said that Future Island was the last one. I mean, Oda said 5 years, but I kind of didn't believe him. Yeah. I mean, One Piece has been going on so long, I don't think anyone is really ready for it to be like over at all, you know? But I'm pretty sure Future Island is the last overall arc, you know? That's why Wano seemed so... It got so much more hype than the previous seasons, I think. Because they wanted to make sure that they were setting expectations for what would be the last some odd years of One Piece, you know? They want to merchandise while they can. Make a big deal out of it. And it is a big deal. I think it's probably... What? It was probably Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece for a really long time. That set Shonen Jump. And then One Piece was the last one. And even though Naruto has technically returned with Boruto and Bleach has returned with the anime, it's not really the same. It's not really like... It feels like there was more reason than just like money that they came back, you know, in some cases. But it's not really the same. It's a classic. I don't even know what to compare nowadays as far as longevity goes. Yeah, I feel like even with American comics where they have like One Piece is only being by, I think, Superman or Batman in terms of global comics. And I feel like even then, Batman and Superman are so much different of a storytelling that it's so different. Like, you can't really compare it. I suppose the only thing that would be similar is a manga that's been going on even longer, you know? Like, what's that one with the gangster? I a really old guy. I hate to say it like that. It was getting a lot of recognition when One Piece's... When Oda said there was only 5 left. 5 years left at most. Or something like that, you know? People were like, oh my gosh, One Piece has the most volumes of any manga. And it was not true. There was like 2 other series that were. Detective Conan, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, Detective Conan's been on for a while as well. Just in the manga. I saw it. I follow like all of the big Sakuga channel or Twitters and all of that. Like Katsuka and Kevin, something like that. And I was very surprised to see that like Detective Conan, like one of the new movies, got some kind of crazy action scene in it where he like kicks a soccer ball or something so hard it like blows up something in the ocean or another. I thought that was very funny to see. The classics are going hard this year. I gotta remember what that one manga was. That's one that people talk about a lot too. When they're talking about like mature manga, quote unquote. Going the longest. Golgo 13. That's one that I hear about all the time in regards to like how many volumes it has. It currently has 639 chapters. Isn't that less the gangster thing? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a gangster manga. Golgo 13. Let me double check. Or he's like an assassin or something like that. He's always got, like, action around him. The series follows the title character, a professional assassin for hire. Can't believe that's still going. It is. At least I'm pretty sure it is. The anime was, like, pretty short-lived. Didn't it start in, like, 65 or something? Yeah. That's why it's always in, like, the conversation with One Piece as to, like, how long it's been running, or, like, what's been running the longest. The original run was October 1968 to present day. So it's still going. But yeah, that's just for the manga. The anime TV series that was on TBS was in 1971. There was another one in 2008, 2009. It looks like there was a few spin-off manga as well. And there's been a few live-action movies. It's gotten 2 video games. Wow. These are, like, old video games. These are NES video games. This one literally says for the NES. Fun. Released in 1988. It's an action video game. That's pretty cool. Is there any footage of this? Wait, I'm kind of going down a rabbit hole now. Oh, there's not even a picture of it. Okay. This one? Wait, that's Famitsu. It's not on there? I looked Golgo 13's author because low-key I was unsure. The original author passed, but he wants the series to continue, so his family is still working on it. Ah, I see. That makes sense. I remember... what was it? What's his name? The guy who did... I was talking about him for almost a whole month. Naoki Urasawa. He had an interview series, and I think he was one of the guys that he interviewed. Naoki Urasawa. Manben. Well, take me to the search, not just my history of it. Close that. Manben, and I'm pretty sure he had an interview where he talked about it. Go. Kazuka Osama. No, not that one. I had no idea that Kazuka had passed away a really long time ago. I thought he was, like, still around. It's very surprising to hear about. I was researching a whole bunch of stuff about Pluto, the anime on Netflix by Urasawa, and I was like, has he talked to Osama about this? And then I was like, maybe I should try looking at some interviews. And I found out he'd already passed away. Yes, he talked to Urasawa in the Manben interview series in 2015. I guess that makes sense, but I don't know why I assumed Tezuka was still alive too. He just, I guess he just seems immortal in a way, you know? With how prominent Astro Boy gets adaptations and stuff, how often it is, it feels like one of those things where you would assume they, like, talk to him about doing it, right? Because Astro Boy is so... it's so distinct. But... I guess not. But I think it's still cool. Old series like that. And Pluto was really good. I really enjoyed it. Is it too dark? I think that's too dark. This one? Yeah. Did I say what episode that was from? I don't actually know that I said. Actually, I don't know where you can still watch Manben. I was gonna watch it the other day because, like I said, I was researching stuff. But Manben was really good. Oh, all 13 episodes are on YouTube in one giant 10-hour video. Wow, that's crazy. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, this actually might just be the original one. Drawing the old man. Drawing what? This might just be interviews with him. Oh no, I remember this one. This was the old lady. Lady? Chiba Tatsuya. No. Odo. What's in there? Oh gosh. All my searches are getting mixed up now. Okay, hold on. Let's start from here. Golgo 13 is by Saito. Saito. Oh, it's not in this one. That's too bad. I remember watching it a really long time ago, and he was doing the most old guy thing where he was like smoking and like looking at the manga page, and apparently he was still doing like all of the inking specifically on Golgo. Most of his staff had taken over everything else by that time. I think he was pretty old, and he still like specifically always inked Golgo into the pages because he didn't feel like others were able to draw him just the right way, you know? And that's what I remember the most about that interview that I had watched. It was very funny. He literally, like, when I say he was like smoking, he like literally had a whole ashtray and like a giant ass cigar. I think it was a cigar. I remember it being like very prominently featured. It was very funny. Wait, why isn't it coloring? Oh, because it's the same color. It didn't take? There we go. Oops. I'm using the eraser. That makes sense. That's so boomer. It is. It was very boomer. Especially in 2014, it was still boomer. It was very silly. It was so cool. I think that was when I had learned about Golgo 13 in general, was just watching that. Finding out that it had been running for as long as it was crazy. Netflix adaptation of Japan Sinks was really good. I heard that. I heard that both it was very bad but also very good. That makes sense. I heard that some people were kind of unimpressed with it, and then others were like, oh yeah, it's pretty fun. In the, you know, as fun as it can get kind of way. When you're talking about how an entire nation is sinking into the sea. But I digress. A lot of people were still really impressed with like the stylization and stuff. So it's one I've always kind of thought about watching, but never really gotten around to. I also don't want to be disappointed. You know? Even if people say that it's bad, like, if a few people say that's good, I don't want it to be bad. Speaking of One Piece, was on First Take this week. I saw that. I saw that in the announcements of like the spin-off that's coming as well. Was like, and for more One Piece news, check out We Are on First Take. It was very cool. I didn't get to watch it either, but it was just cool to see. I don't know if I want it underneath that, but I will be careful here. Let's do that. I'm doing some wiring stuff, so it looks more, you know, robo. What was the other one that we had done? Space Channel? I'm not crazy about doing the Space Channel one. If this one takes long, that's okay. But I feel like One Piece is really making it this year, their year. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some other, like, earth-shattering announcements or something like that, or like homages that they did. I don't know how I feel about the thing that they're doing with the what was it called? There was some announcement. Oh, they were gonna redo the East Blue arc. I don't know how excited I am for that. Especially since they like posted some kind of AI thing shortly after that announcement came out. Very worried. It was also very fun to me that they posted that and they had all of the comments turned off already. It was very funny. But it's nice that they did that first take thing as well. Felt very contradictory to the fact that they had used AI to do a new opening thing. But it was still nice. It was still nice to see. What is this? Oh. I see. Oh, it's here. Okay. Wait, what's this then? Oh, I see. I'm drawing it on the wrong layer. That makes sense. It's crazy using AI on One Piece. Yeah. The thing they had posted was like some fake song that they were doing that was supposed to be one of the openings coming up or something like that. It was like some kind of preview where it was like based off of previous One Piece songs, and then people were concerned more after that came out because before that the announcement for the East Blue arc that they were doing with Netflix said that it was using cutting edge technology, and it was by what's the studio? I can't think of the studio's name, but they had been caught using AI in their anime, some short film that they did some time ago, and people like were not happy about that, you know? So there's some feelings going around. No doubt. Oh, wait. Why am I doing it on that layer? Okay, let's do it on this one. I need to go back. There we go. I think it would be cool to redo the first part of the series, but I don't really see the point at the same time. Yeah, would lose some of the goofy stuff that makes the series lovable, like how the Sailor Moon remake went. Yeah. I enjoyed that they, like, did Crystal, but I really liked the original. I liked how fun it kind of was. I feel like even if they added a bunch of stuff that wasn't in the manga, I feel like it was still a faithful adaptation. They just had a bit more fun, you know? They had to do an episode every week. So, might as well have some fun at the same time, you know? People always talk about, like, how expressionless the original was. I'm like, what are you talking about? It was awesome. It was full of expression. It was not at all solemn. I love how scalable One Piece is for fillers. Yeah. Yeah. It's so seamless. Yeah. I feel like the only time I really noticed a filler was... what was that one? It was something... was there like a giant or something after they crossed the Grand Line? It was after Fishman Island and the time skip. It was when they were like surfacing again and there was like some giants or something? I can't even remember now. But that's the only time I've really like remembered filler, you know? Giants were in the manga? Are they? Gosh, it's been so long, honestly. I feel like that wasn't that long ago in the like timeline of the story, but that was a really long time ago now that I think about it. Because that was when I was still at my previous job. There's a lot, yeah. But I guess I just totally forgot about it, and it felt like filler to me. Isn't that great? But One Piece has also been so consistent over the years. He had like one break, and that was like fairly recently, right? Remember a filler about like a dragon island? It's just in the murkiness of episodes? Yeah. I'm sure there was like a few of those, especially back in the day, where like they just needed a little bit of time, you know? But I mean, Toei has been going non-stop. Toei refuses to take a break. I think they finally did at one point recently, but I can't remember. Might have just been my wishful thinking. Oh, speaking of Sailor Moon, did you see that they found color grading problems with the original, where it wasn't all like originally with like that pink filtering over top of it? Like it was actually it was actually made with white colors. It wasn't like just pink filtering. The color grading drama all over Twitter, yeah. And someone replied with the way that the Matrix had gotten recolored with a whole bunch of different HD and 4K and all of that, and it changed the color grading so much on each one. That's so funny. Because that kind of makes sense too. Like, I feel like even if it's like a problem that had happened in the past, it kind of added to it in a way that was kind of nice, you know? I don't know why the Matrix gets recolored so often. It's pretty obviously like gray or green in tone a lot of the time. But it was interesting to see it compared. Give me one sec. I'm back. Sometimes games get new color grading too for HD remasters. And the new one is usually more real. Yeah, gray and sad. Yeah. That's what a lot of people are concerned about with the new Silent Hill remaster that's coming out. Silent Hill 2. People are very worried that it's gonna like... It was already pretty gray, but people are worried that it's gonna get even more gray, you know? Gonna do a little bit more wiring here. But it's very exciting at the same time, like, to see the way it was originally like done. I've seen people post like pictures of original cells that they have bought from the Sailor Moon anime. And that was very fun. And even though it matches like the pure white color grading, I think it's still like, even if it quote unquote rose tints the original, quite literally as well, it's still like, it kind of made it cohesive, you know? There was a niceness to the way it looked. It fit it pretty well. Love that so many aesthetics are based off of technological boo-boos, yeah. Because the same thing happened with Dragon Ball Z, right? Where the original did not have a green sky. It was because Toei had a post-processing problem when they were broadcasting it that turned it green instead of blue. And that was a big revelation in the Dragon Ball Z community. I thought that was awesome. Because I feel like that one is a little bit funnier. Like, even though it really like changes the whole vibe, it's still very cool. Cool to see. And I always like that kind of stuff. Because even if it changes, like, some feelings about it, like, oh, why don't they color grade it correctly now to make it white? Like, just because it's not being featured that way doesn't mean that it's wrong, you know? It was still technically done that way. It was broadcasted that way for a really long time. And that's how a lot of people remember it. Preserves a kind of, like, technological fact, almost. Degradation of traditional media can be so interesting on effects and stuff. Yeah. I think it's very cool, like, you shouldn't forget that, like, it was originally meant to be a certain way, but it's definitely cool to acknowledge that because of the way technology works, it had these flaws in it. I think that's very nice. I feel like there was something else like that. I feel like this is becoming Evangelion. It's becoming very Evangelion-like. I'll turn it... I'll change it a little bit. Add some, parts. Like, microchips and stuff. I don't think that's gonna make it any less Evangelion-like, but... maybe. We'll see. But I'm very excited now. Like, whenever, if ever, they do another remaster release, what it'll look like. A lot of manga print quality got so bad because of how many times they rescan something. I read some old manga series and they were super stark and dark, actually kind of hard to read, and like an exhibition of the original pages has super clean lines and easy to parse. Yeah. I noticed, recently I got a manga called Innocent by Shinichi Sakamoto. It was very popular in, like, the seinen spheres, the seinen fandom spheres, and all that. It's very mature, but like official printings, not scanlations. Yeah. And I was reading it, well, I grabbed it and I was like, wait, this is odd. And I had realized it's being printed by Dark Horse, who almost notoriously at this point does not rescan their old licenses and unflip them. When they had them back in the day, they had flipped them and printed them in flipped format. And now, when they're like re-releasing stuff, they're not flipping it back. And I had known that Innocent was like floating around for a really long time in license hell, where at one point it was owned by Tokyo Pop. But I guess Dark Horse got it at some point, because that's who printed it now. And that bad boy's flipped. It's not a problem necessarily. It doesn't look... It's not too recognizable because of how anatomically distinct and prominent Shinichi's art is. But it's still odd. It's an odd read. I also saw something else recently that was in the left to right format. What was it? But that was on purpose. I can't remember what it was, but I brought it up because even though it's flipped, the like way that it looks is really nice. There's a lot of color grading essentially from the black and white that is very nicely scaled. Like, it's not too dark in some places. It's got nice grays in it. And it's just nice and clean, which was very surprising in some ways. I remember another manga that I had gotten both a Japanese release and an English release. It was the Ruby manga by Shiro Miwa, because I'm a Shiro Miwa simp. He's definitely my favorite artist, and I had really liked Ruby at the time, so I was very excited for that. So I got both, and the English release of it is way darker. Like, you can tell some of the places where the printing is like it should be gray in some spots, but it's just all black. So that was interesting to see. I'm sure that happens a lot with older stuff at the time, or older stuff that gets exhibitions at this point too, where, like you were saying, you see the original exhibition page and it's super clean, but the old versions have like problems in how they kind of look in the details, you know? And that's just because of the problems with scanning it back then. Very cool. It feels very Ava. Let me recolor this a little bit. Change some of these colors. I don't know that I want to make it black. Maybe this off green? I think that works. Looking a little Ava-ish, yeah. I was thinking about that as I was doing the greens. Oh, I'm using the eraser again. But I think that's just going to happen when you have purple and green prominently featured next to each other. With a anatomical imaging, you know? Ava's very gruesome. Also love Shiro Miwa. They recently dropped some Token Rambu art. Yeah. I found out that the Token Rambu English release is closing down, or has closed down at this point. It was a few months ago. It was so sad. I really loved the art in that game. I was thinking of getting some art books, but it was all like by a company I've never heard of, so it wasn't exactly surprising. But Miwa really likes the Token Rambu designs that he's done for that he's done for the game. Whenever they do the stage plays, he always retweets that stuff. It's great. He's also working on the new Sanrio project. Can't remember what the Sanrio project is called, but that was very cool. Rest in peace, the English version. Yeah. I had a good amount of swords in that one too. I had stopped playing for a while, and then I came back and it was like, we're closing down. So sad. So cute. Yeah, he did it pretty recently where he was retweeting that. But they're doing some shows in Tokyo, I think? But it's very cute. That's one of the few things I think I've seen him interact with outside of his own art for it. Try a different color. here. That's a little Ava-ish. Oops. I'll have to fix that. Fine. But he's definitely like one of my favorite artists. I took a lot of inspiration from him in my formative art years, I think. And like the way that he drew action and stuff. I finally got Gadgetry, which is like a compilation of a bunch of his art books that he does for Comic Cat. And it's pretty much like all of his work from the early years of Dogs to I think it has up to Sigurd's release and Fate Grand Order, which I started playing Fate Grand Order because Shiro Miwa did those designs in the game. I wasn't gonna play it for a really long time, and then he did those designs, and I was like, well, I guess I gotta play it now. There's another game that he did designs for that I was like, maybe I should check that out. But the service got closed before I could. It was a big old lion guy too. Interesting. The Gadgetry is very good. It's in a huge print size. It's very cool. Still very Ava-esque. I don't want to put orange on it, because then I feel like it would get even more Ava-esque. But I suppose it's just the color palette at this point. I could try making it more Miku in general. Combine these and color change them. Let's try that. I'll just flatten the whole thing. Well, no, I can't, because the colors there are different. I'll do it separately. It's okay. Maybe once the hair is in, it will look more Miku balanced? Maybe. Let's do that first. This color that I have under the tie, I think that's close enough. And it'll be in line with the tie, so I don't have to change that. I suppose Miku's never really been in purple before, or not prominently featured in it. Maybe in a few MVs back in the day, like Miss Pumpkin? What was it called? Miss Pumpkin or something like that? But even then, I think they recolored parts of her hair for that. I think this works as a Miku color. I think I am gonna have to change the purple though. There's a few different colors for the Game Boy Advance though, so I think it'll be okay. I'll look at a green Game Boy Advance. What color? I suppose the original clear ones, the microchips inside were already green. So it kind of worked if it was just straight up clear. But then I would have to figure out how to make it more of a white color. It's fine. I'll just change the whole thing. The color of the whole thing. I'm not gonna erase everything right now. I'm not doing that. Some reds. Ooh. That's kind of cool. It's of snake-like. Why is that so red? Why is that so red, but that's still green? Oh, because I colored it on the wrong layer. That makes sense. I love having realizations about my own art as I'm doing it. The blue kind of is nice. The red might be a little too boar-centric though. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with a blue. Green was kind of giving formaldehyde, yeah. It has a very sickly kind of feeling to it. I could maybe try ombreing on it a little bit with some blues. That might help. Let's try that. Try some shading ombres in blue. Like the Miku blue. Because the append design also has that. It has some like ombreing looks to it. Let me just put this on screen next to the Game Boy. Miku append is so old at this point. This is the best. This is the best reference I can find for the append, actually. See, it has this kind of like gray to black, but on a lot of other figures as well, this gray is almost transparent. It's very cool. I feel old remembering append first came out. Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier. Like, I feel like I haven't seen nearly anything about append lately. But when it came out, it was such a big deal, you know? But these days they just like release alternate voice banks and stuff like that. But Miku append was huge. I think the design is still really cool though. I suppose this is also part of why I like the 2014 Racing Miku so much. It was definitely one of my favorite Mikus. Favorite racing Mikus. That and the new one. The new 2024 Racing Miku, definitely my favorite. Oh, that's kind of cool. The glowing look. Color dodge, no. Overlay, no. Hard light, no. Turn it up. There we go. It actually isn't bad. Glowy? Yeah. Kinda liked that. But it felt also maybe a little too similar to... actually, that's pretty good. It adds some lighting though. Let me change the color of the wires first, so they match better. There we go. Maybe the belt can be more purpley black? Yeah, I could try that. I'll try the purple that we were using before. Oh, that's an airbrush. I'll try erasing where the green is. Alright, here's the question though. If I take away... Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Not bad. Alright, let me add skin color. I'll just sample it directly from the figure. I have to change this red. I have to remember to do that. To green. Fix that. Silhouette looks cool. Yeah, it looks better than I expected it to. For a quick pose that I just kind of put out, it's pretty good. Change that red color here to this green. Get that fixed. There we go. Where the green lines is? It is. Good. There we go. All better. Alright. I'm not feeling the glow now. I'm gonna go with the hard light. I think it's just subtle enough. Might change the color just a little bit. Make it a bit more saturated. Yeah. And I need a little bit of black. So you can see a bit more of the rib color here. Because it's going to be closer out. Alright. I need to find her hair now. There we go. And I'm going to add a little bit of shade into it. That's black again. Can I get the color that I picked, please? Thank you. I suppose I should go with blue, actually. Where's my neons? We'll do highlights instead. What was I saying before? Romila. Miwa. Oh, his designs as well. For a very long time I was very into the way Shiromiya does character designs. I got the game Dragon... 7th Dragon because he did the designs in those games. I could only get 7th Dragon 2020 because that's the only one that had released at the time in America. And I played that thing like there was no tomorrow, dude. I think that's one of the few RPGs that I've actually completed in its entirety, you know? I really like RPGs, but sometimes I just can't get through them. I've thought a lot about playing the new class in Final Fantasy 14. It's very much my vibe. But, I don't want to do the gameplay in Final Fantasy 14. I know it's such a good game, and people really like it, but, like, the only thing that appeals to me is the fact that you can get your own house and do dress-up stuff, essentially. In, like, a fantasy realm. Very cool. I really like the designing in, that game. Miku eyes. I need to color Miku's eyes. Let's do a layer of green, and then blue, and then blue again. I'll have to spend most of my time dressing up, not doing raids to get dress-up items. I see, I see. Red? Oh, red in the eyes? Actually, that would be cool. I did a layer of green and then red. They're very contrast colors, so... Ooh, yeah, that works. I like that. I might even invert that so that the red is on the two layers and green on the one. But I really like the way everything in Final Fantasy XIV looks. I'm sad that the free trial locks you out of being able to buy a house. I think I tried the free trial on console at one point, but I couldn't get through it for some reason, and I couldn't figure out why. But I've always kind of wanted to play it. It looks very fun. Is there a highlight color on this? Yes, there is. Why did my phone just turn on? Oh my gosh! Wait, my phone just turned on for no reason at all. So spooky. That's so random. Oof. Okay. Sorry, checking some things just to be sure that it wasn't like a false notification or something. Oh, jump scare, indeed. I wasn't even like... My hand wasn't even near it. And it didn't even vibrate. Usually if I get a notification, my phone vibrates. But it didn't do anything. It just turned on. It was very ominous. There we go. Cleaning it up a little bit now. Oops, that's the skin. Wait. Oh. That time I didn't have my eraser selected. Well, just cleaning it up a tiny bit. We're not gonna fully clean it up. Oh, what just happened? There we go. Nice. Okay. Oh, I didn't do the side of the tie. Should I leave it white? Should I actually turn this part white and just leave it white? Oops. Oh, there. This one? No. So this one? Yes. Does it work better as white? It's interesting. Tie it. Oh, Miku, go up there. And the Game Boy. And I need a folder to put all the stuff in. Put it in there. There we go. And we're gonna slide it over. There we go. We didn't do Space Channel 5, but I mean, she's already in the DLC. It's It's not a big deal. She's already in a Space Channel 5. Look. Let me adjust a little bit here. Alright. So there we go. We got Game Boy Advanced Miku and Y2K Miku. Let me write that. Game Boy. Brand blue attack. Alright. I suppose I should sign these. Put my signature. I saw that version of the Miku meme where people were posting all the different versions of Miku that they've drawn, and I realized I hadn't really drawn my own version of Miku, but this was nice. I'm glad I finally got to, in some kind of way. Y2K Miku is the girl I wanted to be back then. Doesn't she look so cool? I did it based off of the original design too, so she still has like the same cut of shirt and all of that. It's just crop top style. And she's got the necktie, but I literally have this necktie with like the pins and chain on it. It doesn't have it on this picture that I drew, but essentially it's like this style of loose tie, and then it's got like, I'm just gonna include it because it's very aesthetic. It's very 2000s. Like this. And there's one pin over here. And technically it's striped, but I don't think it works with this one. I was very in the 2000s aesthetic with the transparent Game Boy and Y2K. I've been thinking about it a lot. I saw some kind of thing recently that was like, Y2K style's coming back? And I would say that was a vibe. See. Do everything? Yes. Is there anything in the transparent one? Should I write Game Boy? Should I write Game Boy on it? Maybe on her arm? Like the way that they used to have on the racing Mikus? Like a sponsor? You know? Like a sponsor title? I'll do that. How did they write gameplay? All capital, okay. Zero one? Oh yeah. I guess that wasn't on the append design. I didn't see that. Unless I just missed it? No, it used to be down here. Like next to the hip thing. But I don't want it to block the transparent part. Let me write Game Boy here, and then I'll do the 01 on the side. I remember there was something about it back in the day too, where people were like trying to figure out where the 01 was. And I feel like there was two versions of the Miku append design, and one of them had it, but the other didn't. I can't remember. Let's do Game Boy Color. What was the first? I was correct, it was red. Let's see. And then the purple. And then green. And then yellow. I'm looking at a picture of a Game Boy Color. And then blue. That's very funny. I like that. Alright, let's do 01 on the side here. We'll do it in the red text, the classic red. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. I should write 01 on her shirt somewhere as just like a cool little thing. Or maybe I will keep it here and just do like do that. Put the 01 a little bit on there. Yeah, there we go. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Well, that's gonna be it for today. We're gonna be back again on Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday. I couldn't remember what today was. There will be no blog post this week. Blog post was last week. I talked about the planet Ethod. Great job, thank you, thank you. I'll be posting these on both Twitter and Tumblr because I like both platforms at this point. They're both very nice. And you know, I'll probably put it in the Discord too, just so we can start noting, having another place to like check out the art and all that. See it all together. The Discord is open now. It's in there. It's available. I'll have notifications for going live and schedules and all that. So if you ever need to see it and you can't find it on Twitter or on my website or something like that, that's where it'll be. So that's what that's about. What else was I gonna say? Tuesday, we're going back to Ethod fashion. My planet's fashion. I'll probably continue with some fan art of elves. Various elves around the internet, you know? And I'll probably draw Freeren 3 more times. I really liked I really liked the outfit that I did for Freeren. Felt like it was very, very good. I liked it. It was one of the sage ones. And I liked how I was able to change her staff into something closer to what I needed. I literally like took that staff design that I made and added it to my 2.0 models design. Because I just like it. I think it worked. So, look forward to that on Tuesday. We're going to be moving from winter to summer, I think? I don't know if I want to do spring yet. One of the two. Switch up the weather entirely. But yeah, that's gonna be all for today. Thank you for joining me, Ginkgo. Much appreciated. And thank you to everyone else who dropped by today. I had fun. It was nice. It was nice to see everyone. And oh, I did have one follow today. Fishmage, thank you very much. We're inching ever closer to 75. Very excited. So, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a good day, whether it's tomorrow or today. And goodbye.